I was down in the creek getting ready to install my seasonal irrigation pump. Well, I had an empty bucket, so I brought back hopefully some great rocks in there. Well, that's been my good fortune to have all this potential Ishizukuri rocks. So this afternoon, I'm going to start screening these and see what we come up with. Okay, I guess you can see what I've been doing, right? I take the gravel sand mixture that I brought with the tractor, put it on this cart that has a screen, and get rid of the sand. Well, there was some bigger stuff that I already took out. Off the screen, or the cart, I got these bigger ones, and then at the same time, I'm looking for the flat rocks. You know what we need for the collar, the roof, things like that. So if I find some that's relatively flat, I put it over here. And then over here on the other bucket, it's from the secondary screening. So what I do is the sand and small gravel that's down below, I take it and put it in here and screen it again. And then what's in the wheelbarrow get used to repair my roads or little pathways in the nursery. So nothing gets wasted and it's fairly efficient. Well, you know, I still have over 2,000 plants to deal with, 20 acres to mow, and then go put the pump back in. So I have to make sure that I don't make special trip down to the creek. I'm only getting it if I'm coming back empty. Well, typically I'm going to take the pump and take it down there, right? So the tractor has the pump in it, and then I get it all set up. Well, coming back, I'm empty. Then I'll get another bucket full. So it's all about the efficiency around here. Oh yeah, another thing that we might find is gold. Well, you know, this is all gold country, and that Auburn Ravine where I'm gathering all this stuff was one of the sources for gold. The problem, I think, is the gold doesn't look like gold from what I gather. Well, I was talking to a gentleman, and he said there's plenty of gold in Auburn Ravine, but it doesn't look like gold. It looks black. He says, but once you process it, it becomes the shiny yellow thing that we associate with gold. Well, I don't have the time for all that, but I'm hoping one of these days I found a chunk, you know, a nugget, but so far, no. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd fill you in. I'm living in this gold country where, according to the plaque, Virginia town had at one point about 2,000 people living here. According to the plaque in the front, I'm on this Virginia town, and I had part of the town, right? And well, when the archaeologists were here, they found 11 of the 13 sites. So anyway, there's a lot of history, and there's plenty of gold to be found, especially this year because of all the heavy rains we had. But I don't have the time or the patience to go look for little fine black, maybe gold. But I am hopeful one of these days I'll find a chunk. Okay, well, anyway, back to Ishizukuri. So what am I looking for in here? Well, remember we need a cap, and if we get some flat, we might be able to use it as a roof on a smaller lantern. And of course, if it's very shiny, it could be gold. Actually, I wouldn't mind even having a fool's gold. They're kind of pretty too. But so far, nothing like that. Arrowhead would be kind of cool too, huh? But anyway, this is the process I have to go through. So when I bring them up, I have to see, like this one here would be, I think, good for a cap if it's an elongated one. And sometimes you just need a small piece. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm doing. I got a lot of these to pick up. This could be a cap. So they went into that bucket, and then sometime you just need something and hope like heck you already saved it. Okay, what I did was I took the bigger ones and put it on the table. And you can see that there's nothing that really jumps out and say, great. You know, that's why suiseki as an art form is so difficult. All these that I brought back, there's nothing that will become a suiseki. And like I was saying, there's nothing that would jump out and say, look, I'm great. But in our approach, we'll combine maybe 2, 3, 5, 7 mediocre rocks that comes out nice. And I think that's sort of the beauty of the Ishizukuri. We could take not so great rocks and still make something great. So I have no idea what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to get started and then see if I could do some groupings and make some of these look like a potential Ishizukuri. You can see that I've been busy with the new thin set, the fast setting one, and the warm weather, things are moving along. And my work is improved. Well, you know, when I was working the first batch, too much motor is shoring. Well, it was also wet, cold, and then the regular setting kind. So it was taking hours and hours, half a day sometime for it to set. Now it's setting in about 20 minutes. Plus the fact that, you know, when you make about 400 of them, you get better. But anyway, I'm going to call it goodbye for now, or at least good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to wrap this up tomorrow after I go set the pump in place and check the irrigation and a bunch of other stuff. So anyway, I'll say goodbye for now. Well, I was down in the creek. Well, you could look at the picture and see where all this natural stone comes from. And I got my pump in. The pipe is glued, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow to go ahead and prime the pump and see if it gets started. I say see if it gets started because sometimes the electric or something goes wrong. But anyway, what I did today was not to bring back a whole bucket load, but you could see that I brought back some. Well, I have so many of them from yesterday that I thought I better not get another bucket full, and then I have deal with all these sort of unused parts. So what I did today was to get the ones that had the potential to become something. Well, this will be the main body. Okay, so let's go see what I did yesterday. Well, I gotta get ready for my bonsai business, so these get put away. You can see that this round I made quite a few, probably 30 or so in there. Not all of them is complete, but most are fairly close to it. Yeah, that's what I have to do. I had to make these for 2-3 days and then put it away because I have to run my regular business. So this concludes the chapter on the rocks collected from the Auburn Ravine. This is when I went to install my irrigation pump for the season, and I found these rocks. Okay, I have a sad story. My friend Chuck, I think you've seen him and talk about him. He's been a friend and in my group for a very long time. He just passed away. Well, you know, when I was working on this series, I found this rock here that looks like it could be a heart. Well, Chuck's last name is Hart. Chuck Charles R. Hart. Well, so he's always liked these things that have the remnants of a heart. And I thought this one, actually this looked like it should have been the upside down, but I saw the heart this way, and I was thinking maybe I should make it for him. Well, he was a die-hard bonsai, and he was not much into suiseki, but he's starting to come my way as he saw some of my Ishizukuri. So anyway, that was one of my thoughts, but now I'm thinking I'll make this as a tribute to my friend. Not finished yet. In fact, now I've got a lot more serious thinking. How can I make this a tribute to my friend? So anyway, unfortunately, I had to end this chapter in a sad way, but anyway, that's what I thought I'd show you. So this is a tribute to my friend Chuck Hart, and it's not done yet. I'll probably show you again when I get done thinking about it and then finding an appropriate way to finish this up. Okay, so this is Hiro saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter.